Hello again, baseball fans, and welcome to another exciting day of the Apba Master Baseball game here on the Tigerbob Broadcasting Network. Today we have game number 1 of the 2011 World Series between the visiting Texas Rangers at the St. Louis Cardinals. It is Wednesday night, October 19th, and we are at Busch Stadium. Texas got here, beating Detroit 4-2 in the American League Championship Series. And in the National League, St. Louis took care of Milwaukee 4-2 in the National League Series. This is Texas's second World Series appearance, as they made it last year to the World Series for the first time. They lost to San Francisco 4-1. St. Louis, they have won 10 World Series. The last time they won a World Series was against the Detroit Tigers back in 2006. Pitching matchup will be for the Texas Rangers. They'll be throwing the left-hander C.J. Wilson, and he'll be going up against a right-hander for the St. Louis Cardinals, Chris Carpenter. As the Cardinals go out on the field and the crowd roars, they're getting ready, and Chris Carpenter is warming up on the mound, and I'll go down the Texas Ranger batting order. Leading off for Texas here in Game 1 of the World Series will be Ian Kinsler, second base. Batting number 2 is Elvis Andrus, the shortstop. Josh Hamilton batting third and center field. Michael Young, he'll be first baseman batting cleanup. Adrian Beltre batting fifth at third base. Nelson Cruz, right field, batting sixth. Mike Napoli, the catcher, batting seventh. Eighth will be David Murphy in left field, and batting ninth will be C.J. Wilson, as the pitchers will be hitting today, as the National League won the All-Star game. And that's the way they decided it from back in 2011, is whoever won the All-Star game got home field, and St. Louis will be the home field team. Pitching for St. Louis will be Chris Carpenter. He was 11-9 in the regular season with a 3.5 earned run average. He's a grade 10 with a Y and a Z, and he does have a G for the home run rating, and he has a very good move to first with a +3. So let's get ready to play some Apba Master Game Baseball. Home plate umpire today is Jerry Lane. He'll be calling the balls and strikes. He hollers, "Play ball." And Ian Kinsler steps in the batter's box. The right-hand hitter from Tucson, Arizona. Chris Carpenter all warmed up, and he delivers. And we got the first pitch of the game to Kinsler. First pitch, 33 is a 0. 22 is a 1. That ball could be gone. We got to check the home run rating. It's grade 12. That ball is gone. Kinsler leads off the 2011 World Series with a blast into the left field seats. Texas takes a 1-0 lead. So as Kinsler rounds third and comes home, I want to thank everybody that's here. Hopefully you can stick around here and enjoy some Apba Master Game. Now batting, number 2 will be Elvis Andrus. What a start to the game. Kinsler with the first inning home run. Carpenter pitching to Elvis Andrus, 56-34. Y-man struck him out. One away. Now batting is Josh Hamilton. Playing center field today. Chris Carpenter to Josh Hamilton. 42. 42's a 13. Struck him out looking. 2 down in the first inning. It's Carpenter trying to bounce back after the leadoff home run, and up steps the cleanup hitter, Mike Young. Chris Carpenter, right-hander to the right-hand hitting Mike Young, 64-13. He strikes out the side. So after Kinsler leads the game off with the home run, we go to the bottom of the first. Texas leading 1-0. C.J. Wilson out there, he's warming up on the mound. We'll go down the batting order for the home team, the St. Louis Cardinals. Leading off the shortstop, Rafael Furcal batting second. Center fielder John Jay, third. First baseman Albert Pujols. Matt Holiday in left field will be batting fourth. Lance Berkman in right field batting fifth. David Freese, third base, batting sixth. Yadier Molina, the catcher, batting seven. Punto, the second baseman. Nick Punto batting 8th. And pitching and batting 9th would be Chris Carpenter. And they'll be going up against C.J. Wilson. He is a grade 14 left-hander with an X. Has a G for home run rating. He was 16-7 on the regular season with a 2.94 earned run average. Stepping in the batter box is for Cal. Switch hitter, hitting right-handed, Wilson. For Cal, 36th, 33, pops it up, high on the infield. Who's calling for it? Kinsler, just behind second base is under it. He makes the catch. We got one away in the Cardinal first inning. And up steps center fielder Johnny J. Wilson, lefty on lefty. 42. 42 is a 22. That'd be a catcher's number. The catcher is a 7. Dice roll 32 on the 7. We'll be fielding 2. Strikeout. Catcher grabs it, throws it to first. So it is a strikeout, but the catcher picked it up out of the dirt and threw it to first base, and we got the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 down for the Cardinals. And now batting is Pujols. What a year he had. 37 home runs, 299 batting average, 99 RBI. C.J. Wilson, right-hand hitting. Albert Pujols. Here's the pitch to Pujols. 51 is an 8. He is a -0 against so he's a grade 14. Fly ball, left field. So nothing across for the Cardinals in the first inning. And we're going to the top of the second inning with Texas leading 1-0. And leading off will be third baseman, the right-hand hitting Adrian Beltre. Carpenter to Beltre. 25 is an 8. Carpenter's a 10. -4. So that'll be off to grade 14. 14 will be a fly ball, left field. Beltre struggles a little bit against our right-hand pitching. Now batting is Nelson Cruz. 29 home runs in the regular season. Carpenter, the right-hand hitting Nelly Cruz. 15. 15 is a 10. He is handicapped 5. So off to grade 15, we got a 10. That would be a pop-up on the infield, under it for Cal. 2 up, 2 away. Now batting is Mike Napoli, the catcher from Hollywood, Florida. Carpenter to Napoli. 42. 42's a 14. Oh, ball 4. Carpenter peers in at the umpire. Thinks he's getting squeezed a little bit. So 2 outs. We got a man on first base. And up steps the left-hand hitting Murphy from Houston, Texas. Carpenter, the left-hand hitting David Murphy. 35. 35's a 14. Ball 2. Carpenter has the Z on him. Murphy steps back in the batter's box. Carpenter to the set. He delivers. 62. 62's a 13. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And we are going to the bottom of the second inning. Texas leading 1-0. And up steps cleanup hitter, the left fielder, Holiday, the right-hander from Stillwater, Oklahoma. Wilson to Holiday. 54, 32, fly ball right field. Back a few steps. Cruz under it. Makes that catch. 1 away. Now batting will be the right fielder, Lance Berkman, switch hitter, hitting right-handed. Here's the pitch first. 13's a 14. Wilson loses them. Berkman takes a stroll to first base. He is a C11, so he will not be stealing. Up steps David Freese. Berkman lead off first base. Wilson to the right-hand hitting David Freese. 45. 45's a 14. Oh, back-to-back walks here in the bottom of the second inning. As C.J. Wilson does struggle with control on occasion. So we got 2 on, 1 out, and up steps the catcher from Puerto Rico, Yadier Molina. Wilson peers in to get the sign. To the set, he delivers to Molina. 34, 31, pops it up. That ball's drifting out to center field. Hamilton in a couple steps, makes the catch. 2 away. There was a big out, and up steps Nick Punto. Punto playing second base today, as he does play all over the place. So Wilson to the switch hitting. Punto will be hitting right-handed. Here's the pitch. 52's a 27, third base. That's my fielding. So third base, fielding 1. Ground ball, third baseman grabs it, touches the bag. And that is the third out of the inning. Third base, unassisted. St. Louis gets a couple base runners. They cannot score, and we are going to the top of the third inning. Texas still leading 1-0. The leadoff hitter will be the pitcher, C.J. Wilson. Carpenter to Wilson, 34, 31. He made contact, center field, popped it up center field. Johnny J makes the catch. The American League pitcher made some contact. Now we got Kinsler, first time up. Kinsler hit the home run to give him the lead. Carpenter appears in to get the sign. To the windup, he delivers to Kinsler. 61-24, ground ball, speared for Cal. Grabbed it up the middle, guns it to first. Kinsler out by a step. Nice play by Rafael Furcal. 2 outs. Third inning. And up steps Elvis Andrus. Here's the pitch. First time up, he struck out. 51. 51 is a 9. Off the righty, he's a -1. 9 off the grade 11. He is going to be out. Little ground ball to the shortstop. Grabbed by Furcal over to first. Nothing across for Texas in the top of the third, and we're going to the bottom of the third. Texas leading 1-0, and leading off will be their pitcher, Carpenter. He can hit a little bit. You never know. He'll be hitting right-handed. 12's a 25. X-Man struck him out. That'll be the first strikeout today for C.J. Wilson. Take that back. That is the second strikeout, as he got John Jay back in the first inning. Up steps leadoff hitter for Cal. First time up. Popped up to second base. Wilson to the switch hitter for Cal. 21-30, fly ball, left field. Murphy over towards the line, under it, makes the catch. 2 away. And up steps Johnny J. He did strike out his first time up. Lefty on lefty. Wilson delivers to John Henry J. 51. 51 is an 8. He's a -3. 8 off the 14. It becomes the 17, and that becomes a fly ball, left field. So nothing across for Cardinals in the bottom of the third, and we're going to the top of the fourth inning. Texas leading 1-0, and we got Hamilton, Young, and Beltre due up. Carpenter to Hamilton, who struck out his first time up. Left-hand hitting. Hambone, 43-29. Little comebacker Carpenter. Underhand toss to first. Hamilton out. 1 away. Now we have the first baseman, Mike Young. Plays all over the place, and he DHs quite a bit for the team. So he is the right-hand hitter. So righty on righty, Mike Young. Snake Eyes is a 6. That ball's hit hard, and that ball's right down the line, on the chalk, into the corner. Left field corner, and Young pulls into second base with a double. Snake Eyes was a 6. Beltre. Man on second base. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Carpenter to Beltre. 31 is a 9. Righty on righty. Handicap 4. 10 becomes a 14. Man on second. That's going to be a base hit. Single through short. It's going to be a 3, so single through short. 41. So the left fielder has a 31 arm, 15 speed for Young. We got 16 off to 41. We got a 25 chance, and the runner's scoring 11 through 51. And they're going to play aggressive. They're going to try and score him. 11 through 51. Young's going to be safe. And here's a throw to the plate. He's going to be out at the plate. Oh, my golly. 61 throws him out. Got to check the drop throw table. We got the 346 on the drop throw table. The catcher holds on to the ball. And an aggressive base running of Texas does not pay off as Holiday guns him out at the plate. Beltre did not have the ability to go to second base in that one either. So now we have 2 outs. Beltre on first base. The crowd is excited as what a play, what a throw by Holiday. And up steps Nelson Cruz. 2 outs, man on first, Carpenter. To Cruz, 23. 23's a 27. Third baseman. Freeze is a fielding 3, so third to first. And that is it in the top of the 4th inning. Texas threatens but cannot score. And we are going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Texas leading 1-0. Leading off will be Albert Pujols, the lefty, pitching to the right-hand hitting Albert Pujols, 45-14. Pujols gets a base on balls. So St. Louis has the leadoff hitter on, and up comes Matt Holiday, right-hand hitter. First time up, flew out to right field. C.J. Wilson to Holiday. 41's a 24. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to be grabbed. Andrus to Kinsler to Young. Double play. Fine defense. So now we got 2 outs in the St. Louis 4th inning. Nobody on base, and up steps Lance Berkman to Big Puma. Wilson to the switch hitting Lance Berkman. 44 is a 7. Line drive drops into left field. Berkman's on first base. That's his second time on. He had walked earlier. Now he has a single. And up steps David Freeze from Corpus Christi, Texas. Wilson delivers to the right-hand hitting Freeze. 23. 23's to 24. Ground ball up the middle. Andrus flips it to Kinsler for the easy out at second base. And we're going to the top of the 5th inning. Texas still leading 1-0 on the first inning. First pitch of the game. Home run by Kinsler. And up steps Mike Napoli. Carpenter pitching to Napoli. Here's the pitch. 35. 35 is a 9. Napoli's a -2. That'll be off to grade 12. That's going to be an out. 9 off to grade 12. Ground ball. Third base over to first. 1 away in the Texas 5th. As we have quite the pitcher's duel brewing here. Up steps Murphy. 1 out. Struck out his first time up. Carpenter, the left-handed Murphy. 44. 44 is at 8. Off to righty. He's a +2. That'd be a base hit. That's 10 drops to an 8. Murphy's on first base. He's a D25. Up steps C.J. Wilson. He's going to try and lay down the bunt with 1 out here. Pitch to Wilson. 41's a 28 on the sacrifice. Nicely done. There's the pitcher. Grabs it. Throws it to the second baseman, covering first. So he does get a successful sacrifice bunt down. Carpenter come in. Grabbed it. Fired it over to Punto, who's covering the first base. So Texas has a runner in scoring position again with 2 outs in the top of the 5th, and up steps Ian Kinsler. Can Kinsler get the big RBI here? Carpenter, the right-hand hitting. Ian Kinsler, 62. 62 stood there like the house on the side of the road. And watch that one go by. Struck him out. And we are going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Texas clinging to the 1-0 lead. And we got Molina, Punto, and Carpenter due up. Wilson pitching to Molina. 31. 31 is a 9 off the lefty. So -0. 9 off the 14 is going to be the base hit. Yadier's on first base. That is the second hit today for St. Louis. And now batting is Nick Punto. Punto just going to swing away. Here's the pitch. Wilson to Punto, 54-32. Pop up, right field. Cruz comes in a couple steps, makes the catch. 1 out in the St. Louis 5th inning. And up steps Carpenter. And Chris Carpenter going to try and lay down the bunt. Here we go. Wilson pitching to Carpenter. 66 is the 6. Third baseman comes in, grabs it, fires to the second baseman covering, and that is a successful sacrifice bunt. It's the third baseman, Beltre, put out. Kinsler covering first base. So now we have a man on second base with 2 outs, and up steps Rafael Furcal at St. Louis, threatening to score here. Wilson pitching to Furcal, 34-31, center field. Josh Hamilton under it, makes the catch. Once again, St. Louis cannot score, and we're going to the top of the 6th inning. A 1-0 baseball game here in St. Louis in front of a huge crowd. This place is packed. Up steps Elvis Andrews, Carpenter to Andrews, 56-34. Stood there like the house on the side of the road and watched that one go by. Both pitchers throwing some nasty stuff. So 1 away. That will be that is a 6th strikeout today for Chris Carpenter. And up steps Josh Hamilton, 25. 25 is at 8. Off to grade 10, Josh Hamilton gets the base hit. Josh is enough 34. So he cannot steal. So Hamilton's on first base. Up steps the right-hand hitting Mike Young. Carpenter to Young. 16's a 28. Ground ball to the shortstop. 61. 61 on the 8 shortstop. That will be fielding 3. Ground out. Short to first. Runner to second. There's the shortstop. Furcal did not field that one quite cleanly. Was hoping to get the force out at second base. He had to go to first with it. So now with 2 outs, Hamilton on second base. And up steps Beltre, righty on righty. Beltre's 1 for 2 today. Singled his last time up. Carpenter pitching to Beltre. 44 is a 0. Oh my, 21 is a 6. That ball's over the left fielder's head. Hamilton's going to score, and Beltre's going to second base as he crunched that one, and Texas takes a 2-0 lead on a 44-0. What kind of hitter is Beltre? And now we got Nelson Cruz up. Carpenter pitching to Cruz. 2 outs, runner on second base. 15 is a 10. Handicap 5, 10 off to 15. Man on second. Single infield hit. Shortstop grabbed it, threw it to first. He was safe. Runner stops at third. So first and third, 2 outs, and they're going to go after Napoli. They're going to pitch to the right-hander instead of the left-hander that's on deck. So a crucial out here of the game right here. Can Carpenter bear down and get Napoli out? Here's the pitch. Carpenter to Napoli. 46-13. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Big pitch. Big strikeout. Strikeout number 7. We are going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Texas did get 1 run there, and they're leading this one 2-0. As they were bidding to score many more. And we are going to the bottom of the 6th. Up steps Johnny J. Struck out and flew out today. Wilson, lefty on lefty. To John J. 21. 21's a 30. Fly ball, left field. 1 away. Up steps Albert Pujols. What's he done today? He has a walk and he flew out to left field. Wilson to Pujols. 22 is a 0. 13 in the second column. That is a 6. That ball's hit hard. That ball's between the left and center fielder, and Pujols is pulling into second base with a double. Now St. Louis is in business here with 1 out. Pujols on second base, and up steps Matt Holiday. Wilson pitching to Holiday. 55 is at 8. He's a -1, so 14 becomes a 15. With the man on second base, 8. 15 off the 8. That is a 28. Shortstop. Shortstop out there. Andrus is an 8. Second dice roll, that's going to put him in fielding. 1. Short to first, runner holds. Checks the runner, throws him to first, and we get the second out at first base. Pujols cannot advance, so 2 outs. Man on second, and up steps Lance Berkman. He has a walk and a single today. C.J. Wilson to the switch hitting Berkman, hitting right-handed. 46-13. Curveball, got him, struck him out. That is the 3rd strikeout today for Wilson. And that ends the Cardinals' 6th inning. And we're going to the top of the 7th. Texas leading 2-0. Chris Carpenter coming out to pitch the top of the 7th inning. And he'll have the number 8 hitter, Murphy, Wilson, and top of the order. Carpenter's faced 25 batters so far. So he's still in pretty good shape here. Here's the pitch to Murphy. 36-33 is a wide strikeout. Struck him out. 1 away in the top of the 7th inning. Let's see what they're going to do. Texas, they're going to let C.J. Wilson bat. And here we go. Carpenter pitching to C.J. Wilson. 64-13 fastball. He just stood there with the shoulder on the bat on the shoulder. Struck him out. 2 away. Back to the top of the order. And up steps Ian Kinsler. Home run back in the 1st inning. Grounded out and struck out. Carpenter to Kinsler. 33 is a 0. Second column, 16 is a 6. That ball drops in between left and center field, and Kinsler's going to try for 2. Throw to second base. He's going to be safe. The speed of Kinsler gets a leg double. So 2 outs. Man on second base. And up steps Elvis Andrus. Carpenter going to try and get Andrus. Here we go. Here's the pitch. 21-13. Curveball struck him out. And we're going to the 7th inning stretch here in St. Louis, with Texas leading this one 2-0. Time for everybody to stretch their legs. And here's the 7th inning stretch. We're taking out to the ball game. At this point in time, I'll ask you if you've been following along. I put a football game on my channel a couple of days. I got a lot of baseball games. I got World Series. I got the Hall of Fame games. I got some horse racing and even some golf. So if you could subscribe and you haven't, please do. Any likes, any comments? Now let's go off the rest of the taking out to the ball game. They don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Thank you, Callie.
You're welcome, Bob.
And here we are, bottom of the 7th inning. C.J. Wilson still out there hurling. And we got Freeze, Molina, and Punto due up for the Cardinals. It's Texas leading 2-0. C.J. Wilson's been throwing a really good game so far, as the Cardinals only have 3 base hits here. David Freeze steps up. He has a walk and a fielder's choice play he didn't do. So Wilson delivers to David Freeze. 63-24. Ground ball shortstop Andrus over to first. 1 up and 1 away here in the bottom of the St. Louis Cardinals 7th inning. And up steps Yadi Molina. Wilson to Molina. 41-24. Andrus is a busy shortstop out there. Throws in the first. 2 up and 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And now batting is Nick Punto. St. Louis needs a base runner. Then they'll probably bring in the pinch hitter, Wilson, to the switch hitting Punto, hitting right-handed. 26. Is a 12. Ground ball. Grabbed. First baseman, race to the bag. Young beats Punto to the bag. That was an easy bottom of the 7th inning here. And we're going to the top of the 8th. 2-0 Texas. We have a new pitcher coming in to pitch for St. Louis here. In the 8th inning, it will be Jason Mott. He is a grade 15 right-hander with an X and a Z. And the leadoff hitter will be the left-hand hitting Hamilton and a couple right-hand batters coming up. So Mott, he comes in to pitch. First guy to face will be Josh Hamilton here in the top of the 8th with Texas leading 2-0. Mott delivers to Hamilton, 53-17. That is a right field. Right field, Berkman is a 1. He's fielding 3 out there. 16. Still makes the play. 11-16. The 1 outfielder still makes the play. So 1 away. Fine play out there by Berkman. Now we got the right hand hitting Mike Young up. Mott pitching to Mike Young. 62. 62's a 13 fastball. Dusted him. 2 away here. And now we have Adrian Beltre, third baseman. Fly out, single, and a double. He does have 1 RBI. Mott delivering to Beltre. 65. 35. Third baseman backhands it. Freeze guns at the first. Got him by a step. We are going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Texas leading 2-0. Coming in to pinch hit for St. Louis will be the right-hand hitter from Mission Vale, California. Will be Alan Craig coming in to pinch hit. And C.J. Wilson's on a roll, and he goes from a grade 14 to 19 as he's thrown 7 consecutive shutout innings. So here we are, bottom of the 8th. St. Louis trying to rally. Here's the pitch. Lefty to the righty, hitting Craig. 56-13 fastball, struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Wilson today, as he has been throwing a gem of a game. Up steps Rafael Furcal with 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Switch hitter, hitting right-handed. Here's the pitch to Furcal, 65. 65 is to 35. Third baseman over to first. 2 up and 2 away. In the St. Louis 8th inning. And now batting is Johnny J. Lefty on lefty. C.J. Wilson delivers to Johnny J. 12-25. Struck him out looking. 5th strikeout for C.J. Wilson. And we are going to the 9th inning. Texas leading 2-0. So coming in to pitch for St. Louis here in the Texas 9th inning will be Fernando Salas. He is a grade 17 right-hander with an X and a Y. They're only down 2 runs, so they want to keep this game as close as they can. And they got the big right-hand sticks coming up with Cruz, Napoli, and then Murphy. So Salas all warmed up. Up steps Nelly Cruz. Here's the pitch. 63-32, fly ball, right field. Berkman just shy of the warning track. That one kept carrying. But he makes the catch. 1 away. And up steps Mike Napoli. Righty on righty. Napoli. 14-30. Pulled that one to left field. 2 away. Easy play for the left fielder out there, Holiday. So 2 outs. Texas 9th inning. And up steps Murphy. Left-hander hitter. Salas. Pitching to Murphy. 14-30. That's another fly ball out to left field. So 3 easy fly balls to the outfield. And we are going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Texas leading 2-0. So this huge St. Louis crowd, the attendance has been, over the loudspeaker, they said the attendance was 46,406 people here at this game as they're rooting for their team to somehow rally in the bottom of the 9th inning. C.J. Wilson, he is coming out to pitch the bottom of the 9th as he's going to go for the complete game. And they got Pujols, Holiday, and Berkman coming up to bat. So St. Louis has the heart of the order. Wilson has advanced up to a grade 20. So up steps Pujols. What's he done today? He has doubled and he has walked. C.J. Wilson to the windup. He delivers to Pujols. 56, 34, pops it up on the infield. Andrus is calling for it. Makes the catch. There's a big out here in the bottom of the 9th inning as they got the big hitting Albert Pujols. Up steps now is the right-hand hitting Matt Holiday. Holiday fly out, double play, and a ground out. He is 0 for 3. Wilson to the windup, and he delivers to Holiday. 63-13. Curveball struck him out. Strikeout number 6 here for C.J. Wilson as he has thrown a gem of a game. So 2 outs in the 9th. The crowd exhorting their Cardinals on. Can Berkman get on base and give David Freese a chance? Wilson to the switch hitter hitting right-handed Berkman. Here's the pitch to Berkman. 26 is a 12. Ground ball, first base. Grab. Mike Young, race to the bag. He got him. And that is it. C.J. Wilson, what a pitched game here in St. Louis as Texas takes the first game of the 2011 World Series 2-0 with all the offense on these teams. Didn't quite see this kind of a pitching gem come. But C.J. Wilson, he was lights out. We'll be back in a minute with the details of the game. So as the 46,406 fans leave the ballpark here, go over the final line score today, Texas with the win. They had 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. St. Louis, no runs on 3 hits, no errors, and they left 5 men on base. So no errors in the first World Series game here. Wilson for Texas, 9 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts as he just pitched a masterful 3-hit shutout. St. Louis, Chris Carpenter, he got the loss. 7 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 10 strikeouts. He was actually very strong. But the first pitch he threw of the game, Kinsler hit the home run, and that was actually the only run that Texas would need. Mott come in to pitch a clean 8th inning, and Salas come in to pitch a clean 9th inning. Home runs in the game. There was only the 1 home run in the game, and that was Kinsler's home run back in the first inning. Extra base hits, Beltre and Kinsler and Young all had doubles for Texas, and Pujols had a double for St. Louis. So St. Louis with the 3 hits had the double for Pujols, and then Molina and Berkman each had a base hit. Leading hitters for Texas was 2 hits for Kinsler, 2 for Beltre. Hamilton, Young, Cruz, and Murphy also had singles. So the big play in the game there when Holiday threw out the runner at home. Thought that might come back into play here. But the Texas third base coach will not be under scrutiny there because that play did not matter in the end as Texas took first game of the World Series here. So join me again soon here as we'll get ready for Game 2 of the 2011 World Series, and that'll be the right-hander from Bakersville, California, Colby Lewis, 14-10 on the regular season. He'll be going up against Jamie Garcia, the left-hander from Mendoza, Mexico, the left-hander. So they're the pitchers that are pitching the next game. So that is it here from Bay City, Michigan. Hope you enjoyed the ball game here on the Tigerbob Broadcasting Network. And as always, keep playing Apba sports games. They are the best games out there, in my opinion. You guys have a great day. Goodbye.